Hello and welcome to the Football Parliament podcast, your one stop destination for all your football debates, opinions, and discussions. Now, if you've clicked on this video thinking that me and Chirag are going to be talking about why Jorginho deserves to win the Ballon d'Or, no, that's not going to be the case. We don't necessarily think that Jorginho should come first in the Ballon d'Or rankings. However, we are making this video to as an appreciation for Jorginho's 2021 year and why we definitely think that he is top three, maybe top five, but I think we're going to go with top three. Why we definitely think that Jorginho should be in the top three for Ballon d'Or, if not the winner, if not better than Messi and Lewandowski. Definitely the third best player in the world in 2021, which is something completely opposite to what we've been seeing on football socials, be it Instagram, be it Twitter. I think the main reason for the same has been because these are the very people who have heard stuff about Jorginho, who have seen stats about Jorginho, but haven't watched Jorginho play week in and week out. Many Chelsea fans are vouching for Jorginho to win the Ballon d'Or. I think that might be a little bit of stretch, but it's not because of their bias. It's because of the sheer fact that they've seen Jorginho play week in, week out. They know the importance of Jorginho to the system. They know the importance of Jorginho to the UCL win and the Euros wins as well. In all my excitement, I completely forgot to introduce Chirag. Chirag, welcome to the podcast. What are your thoughts on all of the things that have been escalating around Jorginho, him not being top 10, him not even deserving to be in the list of the top 30? What are your thoughts?
Never. First of all, you raised very good points. Like, first of all, we are not saying that he's the clear favorite to win the Ballon d'Or, but he has a stake to claim in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Why not? Like, if not Messi and Lewandowski, the next name or the obvious name should be Jorginho. And according to me, he even pitches to be higher than the third rank, as you are saying. Because if you are seeing, see, first of all, football is a team game. We all know this fact, right? So you have to count in trophies. And when you talk about trophies in 2021, the most
Why
coveted player.
shouldn't we count trophies? Because isn't that always how the Ballon d'Or has been? Ballon d'Or has
Exactly.
always been given to the player of the best team which has won the best trophies. That's always how the Ballon d'Or has been. And now suddenly, all of a sudden, football fans have changed their entire perspective of looking to football as no, it's a completely individual award which should not be affected by team trophies at all. So where was this you could say logic of yours 2 years back? Where was this when Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or? Now that Jorginho has won the UCL, he has won the Euros. He has not only won the two and also the UEFA Super Cup, which is three trophies in a year. People have formed this misconception that he has just blankly won these trophies as in normal 7 on 10 performances in his team, as a normal, you know, average performances, or some even feel like he's been carried by his teams. Let me tell you, or rather, let me ask you, look at the Euros team of the season, look at the UCL team of the season. Tell me how many players do you see overlapping? Not just the UCL team of the sorry, not just the Euros team of the season, but the Copa America team of the season as well. Look at the Euro team of the season, look at the Copa America team of the season, and then look at the UCL team of the season. Tell me how many players do you find overlapping? I'll tell you, don't waste your time because there's just one player in the center of midfield dictating that play, Jorginho.
Yeah, definitely. And you gave the Luka Modric reference. I have seen people going on internet and saying that he is nowhere near to Sergio Busquets or any other player who has been great in that position, similar position. But you have to remember this fact: Ballon d'Or is a competition between players. So when you are talking about this year, you have to see the competition around them. When Sergio Busquets was in his prime, even Messi and Ronaldo were in their prime. You cannot overlook their primes. But right now, who is this competition? See, people are arguing for Messi over Jorginho. I'll just say Messi won the international trophy for Copa America, but what has he done in club football? Barca did not even finish as the best team in Spain. They did not even make it very far to the Champions League and eventually took a very heavy defeat to his current team, that is your PSG. So I really don't know if they should make a claim over Jorginho over Messi. Obviously, he has some individual
But
brilliance.
Chirag, if you go and tell this to Messi fans or even Lewandowski fans, they'll tell you Messi has X and Y GA. Tell me, how am I supposed to counter a GA point for a defensive midfielder or someone that plays number 8? Because the other stats, some stats are actually are good reflectors for Jorginho's season. No one will look at those stats because they aren't attractive as G and A. Let me tell you some of these. Tackles plus interceptions in the Champions League, 52, the highest ranked. Tackles and interceptions separately, 26 each, highest and second highest ranked. Ball recoveries, 76, second highest ranked. Successful presses, 72, highest ranked. Distance covered, 126, second highest ranked. This was the 2021 Champions League. If you look at the Euros, it's even more impressive. 26 interceptions, which was a Euro record, by the way, a new Euro record formed, but apparently Jorginho hasn't been good individually. He was being carried by his team. 48 ball recoveries, second highest. Distance covered, highest. Passes completed, second highest. Chance shot creating actions, 21, second highest. And finally, fouls, 1, 19, highest. But no, we aren't going to look at these stats because they aren't goals, they aren't assists, they aren't stats that will indulge people, that will attract people.
Definitely, and just compare this to the previous records that we have seen in Ballon d'Or. I'll take the example of Modric, as you said. In the same season when Modric won the Ballon d'Or in 2018, he was awarded the best player in the World Cup, and he was one of the best players in Champions League, but not the best player in Champions League. The best player in Champions League that season was Ronaldo. He scored 44 goals in 44 games in the year 2018, and still he was not good enough to win the Ballon d'Or over Luka Modric, and no one had the problems at that time. Rather, we all celebrated that we have seen the end of an era that was being continued. We saw a stoppage to the era of Messi and Ronaldo. So why not Jorginho? Just give me a reason. He won you all the titles. And talking about the games as well, in the year 2021 itself, he has played all the knockout games under Thomas Tuchel. Apart from one game where he was suspended. The next time in the Euros as well, he just missed 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes and helped Italy win the league. And how can you forget the 26 game unbeaten run of Italy that just they lost in the last 2 or 3 days back? It was all Jorginho ruling the whole
No,
midfield.
Chirag, you should forget all this because Jorginho has just been carried by his team.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
forget
okay,
that
okay. No, no,
Jorginho was
you said he was being
no, no.
carried by
Let's
his
forget.
team.
Let's forget that
No, no,
Jorginho
I'll
was
tell
playing
you.
for 1 point, Chirag. Let's forget that Jorginho was playing for Chelsea FC and Italy, which have stacked midfields. Chelsea have N'Golo Kante
Exactly,
and
Ramesh.
Mateo
Yeah.
Kovacic. How many times have you seen N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic playing together? Not many. It has always been either Jovacic, which is Jorginho Kovacic, or Jorginho Kante. Only once, as you mentioned, when Jorginho was suspended. A similar situation was seen for Italy when Manuel Locatelli started the season on a very bright note, scored a goal or two maybe, and that's when Marco Verratti returned from injury. It was a headache for Mancini to bench one of Verratti, Locatelli, or Jorginho, who could play the defensive mid role the best with Nico Barella as the third midfielder. And opposed to what people felt, opposed to what people thought that Mancini should have done, Locatelli was benched. Jorginho was preferred. Locatelli, of course, can play defensive mid. Verratti can do that as well. Jorginho was played, as you mentioned, only 15 minutes bench. This shows his importance to the systems. This shows what he brings to Chelsea. I won't say that he hasn't had an off game this season, but if you note, the games that Chelsea have lost were the very games that Jorginho did not perform very well. So the games that Chelsea have actually won, people will see who scored the goal. I will also accept that people are now seeing Rudiger's blocks. They are seeing the compact defenses, but they aren't seeing Chelsea playing out from the back. They
If I,
aren't seeing how the entire tempo of the game is being dictated from center midfield, from one man who apparently has been carried
and
by his team.
exactly, if you are talking about being biased, see, we are also accused of being biased as Chelsea fans on a channel a number of times. But we here not sitting and pitching in the name of Mason Mount, who is also a Euros finalist, who won the Champions League and who was also crucial to Chelsea. But we are not mentioning Mason Mount. We are going for a player who deserves the appreciation we are giving him. And if he did not deserve all this appreciation, he would have never won the UEFA Men's Player of the Year as well. To all the trophies he has won, do add this trophy as well, because this is one of the most prestigious trophies all over the Europe. This is the best player in all the European competitions when you talk about. He definitely was ruling the midfield for Chelsea. He was ruling the midfield for Euros. And people telling me you do not know football if you are saying that Jorginho deserves to be in top 10 or top 5 or whatever. people who know football more than me and you speaking are the football writers, are the people who are going to vote for him. And these are the people who I saw on Twitter going on and saying that Jorginho was one of the best players in the Euros. He had the most impressive record for any team in the any player in the Euros, and he was the same player who had a great impact for Chelsea to win the Champions League. So I really do not have any reason to not say that the Jorginho does not deserve this award, but people who are just coming and saying that, bro, he should not be even in top three or top
Yeah,
five.
no.
Please.
People who say that you don't know ball if you think that ball as to look in a
Yeah,
cool way of football. If you Let me tell you, three people who've said that Jorginho deserves to win the Ballon d'Or: Maurizio Sarri, Thomas Tuchel, Roberto Mancini. So, sir, apparently you know ball better than the three names I've mentioned earlier,
and
seemingly.
and all these three names are the biggest fears for any managers opposing them. Even Pep and Klopp are still figuring out how to beat Tuchel. Just shut up and sit back.
Oh, I like that one. Whew. Chirag, do we have any points? Have we ranted them all out?
No, definitely. It was more of a rant video for us because we have been seeing this for more than 48 hours since the 30-man shortlist have come out. And definitely, like
Yeah. And
people from our team
comparisons
are
with
not.
Sergio Busquets, yeah, comparisons with Sergio Busquets make no sense. We are aware that Sergio Busquets was in his entire career a better defensive midfielder, but you can't be using a point that Busquets never won it. So how can Jorginho? They're playing in different eras. Busquets'
Exactly.
prime came in Messi and Ronaldo's prime. Look at the competition Jorginho is facing right now. Okay, talk about team trophies. We're talking about team trophies because they've always been important to the Ballon d'Or. Last time a Ballon d'Or there was 2019. I think Messi won it. He won the La Liga. 2018, Modric won it.
Modric.
He won the Champions League, and he won the best thing at the World Cup as well.
Yeah.
If you There's always been an emphasis on team trophies. What team trophies, major team trophies, has Lewandowski won this season? Club World Cup. To what extent is that a
He
major
won the
team
most
trophy?
prestigious and the most difficult league in the world, a farmers league called Bundesliga.
Oh, Bundesliga. Oh shit. A league that they've been winning for how many seasons?
9 years now.
Nine
Yeah.
seasons. 9 seasons now. Messi, we do appreciate him for winning the Copa America, but see, at the end of the day, it's Copa America. There is limited
So what?
competition.
First of all,
It doesn't come anywhere near the
Copa America
Euros.
was a 2 month or a maximum 1 month competition, right? Maximum 2 month competition.
What about what he
Club
did for FC
football.
Barcelona?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean individually he was great. Don't get us wrong. We do accept that Messi and Lewandowski have been great individually, but that has not been enough for winning the Ballon d'Or in the past.
No,
You need that team trophies to back it up.
but
Messi has a Copa
if
del
they
Rey.
both are
He did not
great
finish.
enough, Jorginho is in the
Yeah,
same ranks. Don't degrade him at least. That is my point.
yeah, exactly.
Don't put him
Messi did
on
not
the
finish
front
top
as the
two.
front runner,
Messi did
but
not finish top two
yeah.
in the La Liga. He did not even get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So as you all can clearly see that these people haven't achieved a lot this particular year either. Talk about big game performances against Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, call it a Messi banger. The end of the day, he missed a pen as well. Lewandowski completely missed both the legs because of injury. So some
No,
people
no,
might use it
definitely,
as an
and
excuse.
and
It's not.
for Euros as well, Lewandowski did not carry his team even out of the group stage. And do not come
Yeah, I mean,
back ranting and be that
listen.
he's playing
We
for
do know
Poland.
that he scored a goal every game or something like that. But then we are just using your logic, the logic that France football has been using each and every year to decide the Ballon d'Or. We do know that Robert
No, no,
Lewandowski
no.
played well in the Euros, but
Just a point, Palash. If you are saying that
yeah,
a World Cup team does not, or a World or a Euros team does not count in when you are talking about the best stats, then why don't you put in the name of Kante? He just missed out on the Euros, right? He was one of the best players in the Champions League. He was the man of the match in both the legs of the semi-finals. He was the man of the match in the Champions League final. What else do you expect as from a big game player? Give it to Kante then. He just had a bad Euros for France. That it does not mean that you cannot rule him out there if you are ruling the
yeah,
Euros thing from Robert Lewandowski.
all in all, chilled out. I think all in all, we will just conclude by saying that Jorginho might not be the number one deserving winner, but no, undoubtedly, in our minds, we do think that Jorginho should be a part of the top three. Our major points to sum up this argument is that France football have always laid importance on team trophies, especially international trophies. No one this season has won more than Jorginho when it comes to team trophies with club or country. He was vital for both successes, as we can see by him being the only player to show representation in the Euro team of the season as well as the UCL team of the season. Those who've seen Jorginho play know how crucial he is for Italy and Chelsea for the systems. He is an underrated genius, in the words of Maurizio Sarri, and I think that will be our argument. Will Jorginho get the top three that he deserves? Arguably a top two. We will see on the 29th of November in Paris, but in our opinions, he is 100%, 100% top three. Winning the Ballon d'Or is something exceptional, but being the three best players in the world right now, imagine what that does mean to someone who started off from nothing, who was being cheated by his agent. You need to keep all of this in mind. You can't look at it at a very narrow perspective. At the end of the day, he is a human, he is a footballer. Chirag, you're on mute. Chirag.
Yeah, and if you think what are emotions for a football fan, please go and watch the moments that Chelsea has uploaded when he won the Champions League. From being a player which the
And
own clubs
make
the
sure make sure
fans
to
did
yeah
not like.
make sure to yeah, that one was amazing. And also make sure to see when Emerson scored the second goal in
Yes,
the round of
that is
16
what
leg
team
against
football
Atletico
is.
Madrid.
He is not the vice
This
captain.
is
That's
what
for
it is.
saying he deserves the armband.
All right. With all points said and done, these were our opinions on Jorginho 2021. Jorginho Ballon d'Or is one thing. Jorginho top three for Ballon d'Or, surely in our case. But let us know. We might receive a lot of hate for it. We might definitely get a disagreement on our points. But then this is our podcast, and we would like to express our views as we did today. So thank you for listening if you're listening to the end. And for more top quality football content, keep listening to the Football Parliament podcast. Thank you.